Welcome to the Georgia series where me and my friend Kuzek travel to Georgia to explore the country from a not so touristy POV because let's face it, the internet has enough of these videos. Now if you've missed out on our last episode, Kuzek and I got adopted by a babushka who cooked for us, who washed our clothes and borrowed us her husband to do some awesome stuff for one day. Unfortunately, we had to say goodbye as we were going to the exciting Rainbow Mountains. So, it's time for the first break. We did a little bit of driving. We're on our way back to Tbilisi, then go to the south to a kind of desert area. And we stopped at a nice place. We got some watermelons. The girls wanted some coffee. Yarmo took a pee. So, everybody is energized. Together with Team Canada, we took off to what was going to be a rougher drive than we initially thought. At a certain point, there was no road anymore, and the navigation told us to continue off-road. We went for it, thinking it's gonna be a small part of the road, but an half hour in, and still no asphalt. And we didn't really have a jeep of a car either. Once in a while, we would hear a rock shoot up underneath the car, but we carried on, not knowing whether we had a spare tire or not.
This is the border between Azerbaijan and Georgia.
Also, the place we were going to, David Gareja, is literally a few kilometers away from the Azeri border. It was tempting to cross, but the girls were less excited. Should we cross? Yes or no?
No. Yes.
Since the Azeri guards were probably bored by watching the border all day, we thought, let's give them a show, and this is a great place to shoot parts of the music video. And so we did.
So we survived the desert. It was a bit terrifying for a second. There was a shooting zone. We didn't go in it, so that's probably why we survived. We could have. There were also some soldiers with big guns. But now we're on the road again, and we've never been this happy to see a legit road.
Okay, you can drive slowly here because we're here.
We're here. Okay, let me stop.
Welcome, lovely people, to the David Gareja. Take a look around. This is the driest spot of Georgia, the driest area. Yeah. And look, I have a feeling people live in these caves.
Yeah?
I think so. There's like doors with crosses.
And it's like caves.
Here at David Gareja, the Rainbow Mountains are located. Now they weren't as colorful as they are on Google search, but maybe they are after it rains. I don't know. Anyways, we had a quick hike onto the monastery, shot part of the music video, and hopped back into the car. We decided to drive to Tel Aviv since it was not too far away and big enough to see some things. As we were checking Google Maps again, we saw that it led us to off-roading for no reason, and that there was, indeed, an asphalted road instead. Good joke, Google. Very funny. In Tel Aviv we had dinner, then we played some cards in the park, and then we called it a night. The next morning in Tel Aviv, we felt like horse riding.
Indiana Jones, huh?
I'm on a horse. Usually I'm on a motorized vehicle, but this is all biological.
That's real horsepower, guys.
The perks of riding horse in Georgia is that any minute you can discover a nest of puppies attacking you with some love. After riding horse, Kuzek noticed that the car started to act weird. So I went to test drive the car on the main road. I accelerated to 100 kilometers an hour. It all worked fine, but as I drove back to Kuzek to tell him, I noticed a sign with a speed camera saying 60 kilometers an hour. A fine like that costs about 400 something euros in the Netherlands, and I was afraid it would be close to that. One day later, I got a text that we were fined. Well, let's say the fine, it was fine. Anyways, back in the hostel, we hit up Rustik saying we have a problem. He connected us to the owners of the car. They told us to literally unplug and replug the battery. Well, that was not so comforting.
This will be the key to success of our journey.
Yes. Whenever the car breaks down, we just take out the key, wait 5 minutes, and get back on track. So
Precisely.
we're gonna do a lot of praying. As I woke up the next morning, I got text saying our car rental guy Emzar will be here in 5 minutes. I rushed to get dressed and met him outside. He said he would take the car to the garage for a checkup and that we could take his car instead. Now, I don't care where you've rented your car, whether it's Sixt or Europe car, you're not telling me you had a service like this. Not only did he get another car, but we got a Camry King Edition, which made us look like big ballers on the Georgian roads.
Hi guys, so we're thinking. We switched cars. We got a King Edition, which I will be filming for you guys at any second now. Benzin, da.
Benzin. Our new friend is putting some gas in our car. Let's hope he understood us and he's not throwing in diesel. Toerist, da. Me is Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
Da. Мы хотим смотреть Грузия.
Куда? Машина?
Машина рент.
Рент?
Да. Рент Тбилиси.
Откуда по-русски?
Учу.
Чуть-чуть знаешь.
Учу.
Russki jazyk, немного.
Ага.
Стоп. Хорошо.
Бай-бай.
Bye-bye, до свидания. With a full tank, we continued our journey and we decided to sleep in Kutaisi, the father city of Georgia. However, as Gori, the hometown of Stalin, was on the way, we felt we had to make a quick stop there.
Alright, so we're in Gori, the city much known to be the birthplace of Mr. Stalin. So we're checking out his museum.
Okay, so this is the Stalin Museum inside Stalin Park, surrounded by Stalin Avenue. Stalin just got a triple shout out. Is it how it's supposed to be? I don't know, I'm not gonna judge.
Yeah, same thing for us. We're just documenting, guys. We're not saying it's a good thing, like necessarily to reward like a dictator with like a statue. But it is his birthplace. Like this is the place where he grew up. So and we're here. So don't shoot the messenger.
Chile, Roosevelt, Stalin photo. Moneta, Hitler moneta, Stalin moneta.
Moneta Stalin.
Good, Stalin moneta.
They're selling Stalin
Medal,
coins, medals.
Sovietsky medal. There's a Churchill, Roosevelt, Stalin. Money Sovietsky.
This is Stalin's birthplace. He grew up here. He went to school here. Before he left at the age of 16 to enroll in the Orthodox Spiritual Seminary in Tbilisi.
Hello.
His house is still there on display in the middle of the park.
Okay. That's why we're like, it's closed.
Ja, Jacob, jij moet ook hè.
Now, we couldn't enter the museum because it was already closing, so we chilled a bit in the park, got kicked out of the trampoline, which was assigned for us to move on to Kutaisi.
I want to make the wine. I want to step on it. What's a grape in Russian?
Grozny.
Rose?
Something like that.
We finally arrived in Kutaisi. It's 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock or something, and we want to eat. So McDonald's, drive in. It was a tiring day. It was not the most fun day in Georgia because we had like a 4 or 5 hour drive, especially Kuzek had a hard part, like
Dark
night,
roads.
dark roads and no lightning, and yeah, he had to focus, but he focused well.
But in a couple of months, we'll look back at it and we'll laugh about the experiences. And we should appreciate the good roads in Holland.
In the next episode, me and Kuzek will go to the flea market and upgrade our outfits like crazy to match the Georgian standards. We also discover the best underground restaurant in the entire country. So better wait for next week. And you know what I gotta say? Chalas.